I was always one of those kids who wanted to be a doctor. Starting in kindergarten, I'm not sure why. In high school, I got exposed to a lot more in my life, and the challenges that we see in our patients daily, that our patients encounter now daily, which is how do they get to the doctor's office? How do they get their medications? How do they eat healthy? And I got exposed to all the disparities that we have in this world. And that was the first time when I started thinking, wow, being a doctor isn't just this fascination with what I see on television, but it really is an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. And it just matured. So that sort of got me going, and went to undergrad being pre-med, and here I am.
So Chris Bernheisel has the amazing gift of being the absolute brightest physician that I've ever worked with in my career.
He is a special educator because of his incredible interpersonal investment in each individual.
The one thing that I think sets him apart too in lots of ways is that the guy is just smart.
What really sets him apart as an educator is the fact that the #1 thing he's interested in is the person he's teaching right then in that moment, to make sure that they really understand what it is that he's saying, and that they're then able to carry it forward and to put it into practice.
When I worked with Dr. Bernheisel as a resident, I learned a lot about lifelong learning and how to consistently and constantly engage in the pursuit of knowledge as a physician.
What makes Chris unique, I think, is his ability to attend to those in front of him. And so as a result, you know that you're connecting in and you're locking in, and he's really trying to figure out kind of where you are, you know, as a learner. I mean, and that's really one of the primary approaches to education, is to actually find out where your learners are first, and that's what he does.
The best part of my day is whenever I get to be with my residents and doing teaching with them. I have just some great residents who are excited. They really want to learn this stuff, and it's so much fun hanging out with them, teaching them, showing them a new skill, and watching them as they figure it out. Their face lights up and they got it. Or even more fun is watching them 2 hours later, whether with a med student, don't know I'm watching, and they're teaching exactly what I just told them about. We have a great group of residents, and I feel very blessed to be working with them.
Look, one of the other great benefits of following his career over these last 15 years is that I've gotten to see how truly patient he is. There are times when he's working with a medical student or a resident, and he's explaining a tough concept, that he comes back again, and if that doesn't work, he tries it in a different method. But Chris will stop at nothing to figure out what this learner in front of him needs to really understand something. And again, that truly sets him apart as the most talented educator that I've ever worked with.
What I think makes my husband such a great educator for family physicians is when he's on call, he'll immediately get up, respond, and encourage the resident to figure things out. And then he'll ask the person questions that don't give them the answer, but make it so that they're finding the answer themselves.
One of the great pieces of advice I got when I first started as faculty was to disappoint someone every day. And that was from my mentor, Doug Smucker. And his point was, people will always have a lot of demands from you. You either choose who you're going to disappoint, or you will be disappointing your kids and your family. And I took it to heart of, I have to choose who I'm disappointing, because I will disappoint someone every day. I just cannot achieve everything that's needed. There's so much work to do. And so that's something I've tried to live by, which is, don't disappoint my kids, don't disappoint my wife.
Working with Dr. Bernheisel is delightful. It's fun. I look forward to seeing him at work every day. He makes what can be a very difficult job an absolute joy. This award is so well deserved. No one could deserve this more for the unique enthusiasm and commitment to education and clinical practice that he brings to this practice, and we are extremely lucky to have him.
What I'd like to say to Chris regarding his award is that we are so proud of him, and to have all the hard work just acknowledged and rewarded. He works really hard, and it's a gift to be able to serve in the way he does. So I'm really excited and proud for him.
My name is Dr. Christopher Bernheisel, and I'm a proud family physician and family medicine educator.